Well, hello and good evening to everybody. I'm doing a beer stream yet again tonight, and at the moment, I have absolutely nobody watching. So, this could be the shortest beer stream I've ever done. Before you watching after it live, I'll introduce what I'm drinking tonight. And I may repeat this again when people come into the chat. We're going to start off with Skinful by Beartown Brewery. And then we're going to go on to somebody came in and went out. We'll see them want to watch. And then we're going to go on to Kodiak, also by Beartown Brewery. Well, we got a few people now come in. I started at 8 o'clock and there was nobody here. And I just did a little intro for people that may watch this after it's live. But anyway, let's start talking about what we're doing tonight. I'll just go over that again. We're going to start off tonight with a beer called Skinful by Beartown Brewery. And then we're going to swap over to Kodak by Beartown Brewery. So let's get going, shall we? So let's open up the beer. We're going to start off with Skinful. Now, what I thank Mike and Vanessa for these. They sort of given them to me for my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and I've saved them specially to do this beer stream with. I've never tried either of these beers before, so I've absolutely got no idea what they're going to be like. Thank you very much, Sue. Very much appreciated. So yeah, we're going to start off with Skinful, I think it was called, wasn't it? Yeah, Skinful. So here we go. We'll open this one up. Grab my glass. And we'll pour some into there. Well, cheers, everyone. Great seeing you all in the live stream here tonight. And let's see what we can tell you about this beer. Welcome, Noah, and all the crew. Let's see what we've got about this beer. Well, Beartown, let's tell you a little bit about Beartown Brewery anyway. Beartown Brewery is in Congleton, and I'm all of about, 5-6 miles from Congleton at the moment. And I was actually in Congleton when I was actually given these beers. Now, I'm not sure if I've got this story right, but it goes along these lines anyway, something along these lines. It became known as Beartown because they used to have a dancing bear in the town of Congleton, when these things were allowed. Anyway, apparently the bear died and the town has been saving up to do something else. I can't remember what it was, build a new church or a school or something, whatever it was anyway. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember the full story. You can Google it if you want and find out the story. And they decided the money they'd already saved or got ready for this, they actually went out and bought a new bear for the town. So hence it became known as Beartown. Hands up, I don't know the full story, and I really don't know if that's true. But anyway, that's the legend and the story about it. Anyway, this is what we got tonight. This Skinful is our first beer. Both these beers, by the way, I've got tonight. I did actually say, didn't I think? Well, I didn't anyway. It was by Mike and Vanessa. Vanessa has her own YouTube channel. The Mindful Narrowboat. I'm trying to figure out a channel name then for a moment. Duh. I watch it all the time. Anyway, they gave them to me basically for my birthday, and I've saved them since. So we're going to try this one first. And I did go onto their website, and I did make a couple of printouts of what it was. So this is what we got. I also wrote down the percentages of them there, by the way, 4.2 and 4%. So quite easy drinking beers. So I'm going to take a sip. I haven't really read what it says about it very much yet, so I'll have a sip first. Well, I thought they listed this as an amber beer. Well, it's a little light for an amber, but it's got the flavours of an amber. Yeah, very easy drinking. Very simple, easy drinking amber. Nothing wrong with the beer at all. So let's see what they say. Got my notes. The beer that birthed the bear. In a time since gone, Beer Skinful, as it was then known, was the one and only beer that Beartown produced. Times have changed, but Skinful remains as popular as ever. Pouring a deep amber, well, pale amber, I would say. Sweet crystal malts combined with spicy and earthy tones from homegrown UK hops to bring to life this tried and tested traditional style. Well, I can go along with that. It's it's basically what one day's time almost was called bitter, but seems to be unfashionable these days to have bitters. It's the same sort of style almost. Yeah, absolutely very easy drinking. I still might one day go there to the brewery and do a brewery tour and take you with me. But unfortunately, the way things have worked out at the moment, that's probably not going to happen for a while. I have a friend on the boat at the moment who's camera shy, so they're not going to come on the camera. But I need to work around them, getting them back to the train station to make sure they can get home on time and things like that. So, and the brewery tour is only on Saturdays. So I can't be there for this Saturday coming. We're going to go straight through Congleton, and I'm going to be back at good old Kids Grove well before Saturday. So anyway, just let you know, it won't be in this tour around I go to Congleton Brewery. But I will try and get there one day. It's just working out to be there on a Saturday, which just makes it more difficult. So yeah, this as ambers go, it's fresh, clean tasting. The best amber I've ever drunk? No. The worst? Definitely not. I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, let's call it a 7.5 out of 10. But I don't have a problem drinking it, so that's no problem at all. Let's try the other one. Let's say this is Kodiak, and I'm only doing 2 beers tonight, guys. I'm afraid, just doing the 2. As I say, I've got a friend on the boat, and I don't want to spend all evening doing the BeerStream. I don't want to be rude, and I have to entertain my guests, don't I? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So anyway, this is the next one we're going to try here, and we'll go back to them again as I always do. We'll go back and taste them again after I've had both. So we're going to pour some of this into the glass as I always do. Quite lively, quite pale in colour, quite heavy on the carbonation, which is not my scene, but I know a lot of people like very fizzy beer, so it's probably very popular. poured it a little high to knock out some of the carbonation. Being an ale drinker, obviously I drink my beers normally in a pub without any carbon dioxide. And here's a question for you all. If CO2 is such a big problem in the world, why are they still putting it into beer and soft drinks? Oh, that's not what I was expecting, actually. I haven't actually drunk an English-style pale ale for a long time. Nearly all the pale ales you get these days in the pub are American style. A lot of them... Sorry about that, my phone going off in the distance. A lot of them are the West Coast style or the East Coast style, American style IPA, pale ales and IPAs. This is a pale ale, and most of them are quite hoppy. This is really more of what I remember as a proper English style pale ale. It's got some hops to it, but not crazy hopped. Hi, Jordan. Thank you for joining. If you want me to call you out, put your name put something in the chat. That way I know who's in the chat. I can't tell who's in by just the number count. Yeah. That's definitely a more traditional English pale ale. I'm keeping very well, thank you, Jordan. If I could keep dry would be a little bit better. We had some lovely weather recently. I can't remember the last day it didn't rain. Right, let's see what they say about their beer, shall we? Kodiak, our flagship pale, seen constantly flowing in our tap house. Kodiak is a no-nonsense, sessionable pale. A simple malt bill provides a clean and crisp palate. Can't knock that. With a double team of German-grown hops punching through the subtle citrus notes and a refreshing bitter finish. Yeah, I think that's pretty much absolutely spot on. Welcome, Mark. Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. I couldn't have told. I don't know what German hops they're using, and I don't know what citrus hops they're using. It's not Citra because it's not hoppy enough. I don't think this is only a little bit in there. It doesn't have that piney taste like Citra hops have. And as I'm going to call this definitely a British style IPA, pale ale, and I'm going to give this a little bit better marks than the other one. Actually, I think this is an 8.5. I've tasted better, but not that many. So I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10. That's reasonable. Anyone knows me knows that if you're going to get a 10 out of 10, it's got to be really, really, really special. Thank you, Lee. That's Anfield. Right, let's go back, shall we? As I always do. We'll go back to Skinful. Make sure I pour the right beer into there. Skinful. And we'll top it up. And now's the time for you all to start asking me any questions you like. Anything about the beer, what I'm up to, or, excuse me. That's why I don't like gassy beers. They make me belch. Or anything you want to ask me about boating in general. As you know, if I can answer you, I will. If not, I can't. And I'll let you know. I'm not going to just waffle off a load of old BS just for the sake of it. Hello, Slurpy Dave. Well, what's tonight's joke then, Dave? Come on, you've got to come up with a joke. You always got us a joke. Yeah. Amber ale. Yeah, it's just about an amber. I would call it. It's got the flavours of an amber, hasn't it? But would you actually really say it's got the colour of an amber? I think it's a bit pale. Hmm. Sorry, guys, I didn't shave today. Been lazy. I got soaked this morning. Oh, it was left this morning. I was at Bollington yesterday, and we got to Bollington last night. Turned around this morning, fairly promptish, before 9. Went to the marina there, filled up with diesel, got some coal, which I really don't want to be buying this time of the year. You know, fire shouldn't be going, but well, it is quite warm in the boat, and it's quite nice and warm in here. It's 24 degrees in here, but I don't like being cold, as you all know. So I've got to keep warm, and we set off and it was dry. I suppose we'd done a mile, perhaps a mile and a half. We got just to the other side of, no, we hadn't really. Well, we got to the pontoons, basically at Macclesfield. We had a few sprinkles before then, but then it started, yeah. And it was wet and wetter. And we got to the second swing bridge, and wherever this one is, and I can't remember what it's called, Royal Oak Swing Bridge or something, I think it's called. There used to be a pub here, which is up for sale at the moment, but it's been not hasn't been anything going on there for a couple of years, at least I know of. So anyway, we got here, and it was chucking it down, and actually they were fixing the swing bridge, which I didn't even realise it was broken until I sort of looked down there. I thought, why is there a boat right in front of the bridge? And then the guy came up with the towpath as well. We stopped and we had lunch. Come up with the towpath saying it was you can go through now. Well, it was chucking it down, and I just didn't fancy moving again. He's got all the wet clothes off. It's all hanging up by the fire, drying out. I just didn't want to get wet again. So then, of course, half an hour later, it stopped raining. It hasn't rained since. But anyway, tomorrow it's not supposed to rain much. So tomorrow, off to Bosley Locks, back down Bosley Locks, and, well, not sure where we'll get to. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. So you're off to Beartown Brewery. Yeah, I'm still. It's only open on a Saturday. Remember, they only do the tours on a Saturday. I know that because I googled it and found out. Mrs. is leaving me because my obsession with tennis, and I'm too old. I said, I'm only 40, love. Yeah. Keep them coming, Dave. 40, love. I'm just trying to read down to see if I've missed anything. Luke. Hello, Luke. Evening, Trev. Glass of red in hand and watching you drink beer. Love the vlog. We don't even know the love the vlogs, mate. Thank you very much, Luke. As I missed yours earlier, I saw Mark's and I didn't see yours. Anyway, yeah, if you want to ask any questions, keep them coming, keep them coming. Anyway, which beer am I on here? Skinful, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so very easy drinking, amber, as they call it. Yeah, I know they have a separate tap room and the brewery. I do know that. They're not that far apart from each other. I googled it and looked it all up, but I wanted to take the camera and go around the brewery, so that's why I'm been down there. I'm quite happy to go to the tap room, but I can get the beers elsewhere. How long did it take through Bosley Locks? Well, This time around, I did it the quickest I've ever done them, but I had a helper, a very good helper. That yeah, we got up through those locks as quick as the quickest I've ever done them. I think we got to the bottom lock 9:30ish. I'm guessing because we was moored up around the corner. I think we set up just after 9. So by the time we got to the bottom lock was probably around 9:30, and I reversed back on to the pump out area at the top of the top lock, and I was moored up there to do the pump out and get rid of the rubbish and all that at 20 to 12. So I think it took us about 3 hours. So I think no 2 hours. Sorry, 2 hours, isn't it? Just over 2 hours. Yeah. The last time I went through there, it was like 90 degrees, and I had to get off the boat a lot of the times myself. And the lock landings on that flight of lock are absolutely horrendous. I can't even get the boat anywhere near the edge. I'm jumping 4 foot to the bank with a rope trying to get off the boat. So I hate the lock landings. I think they're horrible. I think they're a disgrace, actually. I love the locks, actually. I love going down. I think the locks are beautiful. The huge stone blocks they're built out of, I think the locks are beautiful. But the lock landings, I think, are dangerous, especially for a single-handed boater. So going through them with a friend on board that was very knowledgeable about doing locks, an ex-boater. So really, really helped and was really, really good. So that was a big bonus. Best place to moor in, I would say, is it's only a 48-hour mooring, but if you moor opposite the old would have been the old buildings, the old warehouse buildings. It's a big wide spot, and if you're more opposite there, and basically dead opposite, more up there, and you can walk. There's a slip pathway which takes you down to go under the aqueduct. I think that's the easiest way to get down to the town. I have walked down to town before, and I think that's the easiest way down to town. I have also walked down to town from mooring up by the Queen's Head, I think it is, pub, which is up near the railway station. That I think is a lot further to walk, and you've got to climb up all the steps to get up to the Queen's Head first of all, and then down, which is not a big problem, obviously, but I think it's a little bit further away. I think the going under the underpass, going under the aqueduct, walking down the pathway under the aqueduct, I think that's the best way to go into town. That's my personal opinion. Um, but I've only ever done the two ways, so there might be a better way. I don't know. Spring and warmer weather ahead, Mark. I wish all we seem to be getting is rain, rain, and more rain. Yeah, it's not brilliant, This beer helps me out anyway. The old beer is good. I do like a drop of ale, as you all know. And what was I going to say? Not sure if next Wednesday, what's going to be going on next Wednesday. My plan was to fix a solar panel and video putting a solar panel in. But unless we get some dry weather and no wind, I can't do it. I can't be moving the solar panels around, which are, 4 foot long, 2.5 foot wide, and trying to in the wind, because they're not the heavy rigid ones; they're the flexi ones. And it's on the roof at the moment, but it's cable tied down. I want to fix it properly, but I need a dry, warm day to do that because I need to basically wash the roof, wipe it down with methylated spirits so that evaporates off, so there's no moisture left underneath the panel, as it's moisture under the glued down panels which create problems. They're nice and dry underneath. I let it put a bead of sealant around, sit the panel down, glued it down, and then you should be good to go. And I wanted to film it, but we wanted to film it now for 2 months. We don't know the weather to do it. Yeah, it's just been horrible, horrible weather. But yeah, so anyway, we're just doing the 2 beers tonight because these 2 were given to me, and I did actually look to try and pick up another Beartown beer, and I thought I'd do 3, but I haven't been able to pick one up. So I've seen it in a couple of pubs I've been into, but that's on tap and not in a bottle. So it was a bit awkward to bring the keg from the pub with me and put on the boat. They don't like it if you store their keg at the cellar. My mate said he threw a stick for his dog 2 miles into the sea, and the dog brought it back. Sounds a bit far-fetched to me. Probably not the dog bringing it back, but throwing it the 2 miles does to me. Keep them up, Dave. So yeah, that was the skinful. Still got a little bit left in that in the bottle. I'm going to pour the rest into the glass for laters. Pour some into the glass for Ron. That's later on, of course. Oh, I got an itchy nose again. I always have an itchy nose when I'm on live stream. Must be the beer. I must be allergic to beer or something. Right, let's go back to the other one, shall we? Yes, the flooring project, well, it's all the main areas done, right from the front door now to the kitchen, which is just behind me here, literally in line here. It's done. But the galley kitchen, or whatever you want to call it, is not done. I still haven't decided what flooring I want to put in there. And I also, after having that water leak from the pump in there, I really got to replace all the units. So it's going to be a case of saving up a few pennies to buy the units, get them in, and probably do the flooring all at the same time. I don't want to put the flooring down and then find out it's like an inch short or something to the new units or anything like that. So I want to do it all at the same time. I've still got the flooring. I've already got the flooring. I've got enough flooring to do it. I was thinking about putting something different down in there, actually. I was thinking about doing like a vinyl lay or something like that, which would be easier to lay. But I've decided I want to now. I think I'm going to continue these boards, this 12 mil thick whatever you call it, laminate boards all the way through the kitchen. It's so much easier to keep clean, and it vacuums and sweeps easy and mops easy. So yeah, I think I'm going to just go right through. But it's not. I'm not at the point to get the kitchen appliance or the kitchen stuff. I did buy a new cooker. Yep, I bought a new cooker, so I have a proper working cooker again, or stove, or whatever you want to call it. Depends way. In America, it'd be called a stove or range or whatever. So gas. I now have a fully functioning gas stove stroke cooker working again. That's nice. Nice to be able to do proper roasts again because the oven wasn't working on my old one. I had a problem with it for a couple of years. The thermal couple went on it a couple of years ago, and I replaced the thermal couple, and within 2 weeks it burnt out again. So it's obviously a different problem than just the thermal couple. It looks like YouTube's going to throw an ad in a minute. Ads will. What does it say there? Ads will run shortly for some viewers. That's YouTube for you. Yeah. Anyway, I apologise for the ad that's going to come up. That is a darn good pale ale. Really is. It's not my go-to beer, really, a pale. As you probably all know, I like the darker beers. And some of you now are having an ad. Apologies, but you won't hear me say that because you're having an ad. Doesn't tell me if the ad's still running or if it's finished. I don't know. It's not helpful, is it? Tells you it's going to start, but doesn't tell you it's finishing. Yes, there is, Mark. Now, in Kids Grove, the Bluebell, which I'm pretty sure most of you in there know I like. It's a great pub. They have their beer festival, I think it's the 27th to the 29th of May. Well, of course, I can't hang around in Kids Grove till then. We're in, the 10th of April at the moment. It's 6 weeks away. So, I'm going to go up the Trenton Mersey, although it's down Locks all the way, because we've come over the summit, but what I call going up north, the Trenton Mersey. Do the 30 Locks, all the way down to Middlewich. Then turn around and come back up the 30 Locks to time it to get there for the beer festival. And I hope to stream some of it live. I'm going to have to buy myself a new phone very shortly. My phone keeps playing up. So instead of carrying my laptop over there, I get a new phone with a camera that works properly. I hopefully will do a live stream from the beer festival. And if I'm just doing it from the phone, obviously I can perhaps do a couple, little session ones rather than carrying my laptop over and trying to carry the laptop around doing things. It's a lot easier with the phone, of course. So we'll see what happens there. I'm looking forward to the beer festival, of course. For some reason, I like beer. I don't know why, but I do. So, yeah, I don't know of any others locally. And if I get back up this way, perhaps a week early, I might run up to Congleton and go to Beartown Brewery. That way I can work it in if I come up just over a week. Depends how long I'm down there and get back up. So that could be the plan, to do the Beartown Brewery as well. Evening, Steve. How you doing? Nice to see you. To see you, nice. Who used to say that? I got a smile from the person sat next to me. Yeah. Well, Steve, if you just joined, done a couple of Beartown beers tonight. Kodiak. And, oops, get it in the right way in the camera. Skinful. Both very good. They were given to me by Mike and Vanessa. So yeah, very good. Something else I want to show you guys. Yesterday, when I was in Bollington, a gentleman called Dan who contacted me. He's contacts me on YouTube all the time and asked me to let him know when I was going to be in Bollington, which I've done. Brought me along a couple of gifts. I didn't get one. He brought me along 2 of these, and there is homemade cider. condensation on there. Yeah, it tells me they can't be drunk yet. He said the best to keep them to August before drinking. And he tells me that what he does is water it down with apple juice because apparently it's a little bit on the strong side. You know me, I will go for the strong stuff. So yeah, so in August I will do a cider stream. I'll try this live to you guys. There's going to be someone in August. Looking forward to trying it. So I've got 2 of these. And if it's as strong as he says it is, I'm pretty sure I won't be drinking 2 of them in one night. Have I missed out of anything here? Good, Steve. Talking of bears, have you ever eaten bear meat? It's okay, but a bit grizzly. No, I've had rattlesnake and a few other weird things. A possum, turtle. Well, squirrel's quite nice, but yeah, when I was in the US, some of my friends there were definitely always trying to catch me out with some weird and wonderful stuff to eat. Oh, you're out on your boat. Brilliant. Brilliant, Steve. I'm not quite sure you can call it summer. Well, I don't know what it's like down in Coventry, but up here, I've got Bosley locks to do in the morning. It's been wet and miserable since I can't remember now. The odd dry day, then horrible. Gloucester first, then off up to Chester way, then Liverpool. And then if we have time, over to Leeds. Yeah, I can't do that now this year. Well, as I say, I never plan anything particular. I sort of have ideas, but then things change. I booked my boat in for blacking on the 28th of October, and it's not up this way. It is down near Rugby. You'll probably know, Steve. I booked it in with Rue at Armada to have my boat blacked. So I've got to get back down that way. So I'm going over all ground I've done before, but it's impossible not to sometimes when you have to get somewhere. So anyway, as I say, I think I'm gonna go to Middlewich, turn around, and then I'm just gonna work my way straight down the Trent and Mersey, all the way down the end of the Trent and Mersey, onto the River Trent, go up the Arrowash Canal, go and see my friends I met a couple of years ago that gave me the paints for the boats and all that, all the blue paint I did. Go and see them and have a couple of beers with them, hopefully. And then turn around, come back down there, do the Saw navigation again, Leicester line. And it depends what time I get up to the end of the Leicester line. If I've got a month to spare or something, I might head south down to. I'm not going to London. That's a certainty. But I might go down to somewhere. I don't know, like what's the name of the town? Gee whiz. Oh gee. Oh gee. I can't think of the name of the place now. Been there enough times. Oh, alcohol's getting to me already. Yeah, I like Rue. Rue's always seemed to be a genuine guy to me. He's done a couple of jobs really cheap for me in the past. When I had problems with my electrics, he sorted it out and hardly charged me anything. So really good. Yeah. Where are the concrete cows? I've never done the Gloucester and Sharpness, but I might do it one day. Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes. So I might go down to Milton Keynes, turn around and come back up again. Just depends on what time I got. I'm not a big fan of the wide locks on my own, so I'll see. But if I do it in the summertime, there's almost certainly be other boats around. So I'll just buddy up with someone else. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Milton Keynes. Concrete cows, yeah. The concrete cows are Milton Keynes. Been past those many a time. I used to work for Volkswagen LD, going up to the Volkswagen place there in Milton Keynes. Their headquarters, UK headquarters. But yeah, very easy bit drinking beer tonight. Not like some of the heavy sessions I've had. By the way, I've still got a couple of bottles left of some of the stuff that Mark sent me. I still got a bottle of the Titanic. Well, I got 2 bottles of the Titanic still left. One of both the special ones. You know, the big bottles, the cherry stout and the plum porter. I still got a bottle of each of those left. They're going to be a special occasion day one day. They're going to come out for a special occasion drink. They're so good, I don't want to drink them. That's not true. I want to drink them, but I just don't want to drink them for the sake of drinking them. There's more to the point. So anyway, I haven't got much more to say. I don't know if you guys have got any questions you want to ask. If you do, throw them in the comments right now, and I'll get to them straight away before I end this stream. I'll keep it going for a few more minutes, but I'll run out of things to talk about. Me? Run out of things to talk about? You're going to say? Yeah. Well, of course, I've got to give a big shout out, of course, to Mike and Vanessa for tonight's beer. Yeah, I think it's probably 4 days. Water pump's working very well. Thank you very much, Steve. Just got to replace all the kitchen cabinets now because of the damage it made. So yeah, so it's another expense I didn't want to spend on, but yeah, just got to keep. You've got to keep on top of these things. I can't let rotten blooming. It's particle board. It's not bespoke built narrowboat. My kitchen in here or galley is bulk standard stuff. The laminate stuff you go to B&Q and buy or whatever. So it's just that. It does make it easy to replace because it's got all standard size cabinets. So it does make it easy to replace. So it does keep the cost down because you can buy standard size cabinets to replace it with and don't have to have it bespoke made. But I'm still oh well, I'm gonna hold you up to that, Steve, because I would love a hand doing them. I really, really would. And I think I will get them in Wicks in Coventry because it's just up the road from the basin. So I already decided I was going to get back down to Coventry to do them. The only thing is when I get there or whatever. I've got this problem at the moment of my way back down south to get to Rue. As you would know, the landslide at Brinklow, that's all still closed off. And I know they're talking about possibly the end of May, but I was talking to somebody the other day on the CRT, and he knew about the project, and he's thinking it's more like the end of July, August. And that's if they don't find any more problems because it keeps slipping a little bit more. They're putting the ramp down in or something at the moment to try and stabilize it a bit, but who knows? So I don't want to be committed to going down that way and then finding with a month to go or something it's not going to be open, and I've got to try and get all the way back up ground all the way back through, Atherstone, all the way back up round onto the River Trent, and come back down the Trent and do the long way round to get back there, because there's no other real way of going. So not sure yet. If that happens to open in the next month or so, I probably won't do the River Trent. I'll probably just come down straight down that way, ready to go. Well, and then I don't know yet. I really don't know. It's I can't put a date on it at the moment. It's something I want to get done, but at this moment in time, it's not the most crucial thing to get done on the boat. So yeah. Do the Warwick Ring. Oh yeah. That means going through bloody Birmingham. Well, I guess yeah. I could do that, but come back up through Bronson, I guess. Yeah. Down through Calcutta and all that. Yeah. Yes, I could. Yeah, I forgot about going that way. Well, I hadn't when I had. It's the fact I don't like going through Birmingham. I really don't like going through Birmingham on my own. It's frightening. Really is frightening. The last time I was anywhere near Birmingham, I couldn't get out there quick enough, and then I got held up because of Minworth locks being closed for 7 weeks. So yeah, Minworth's not the greatest of places either. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna wind this up. I really appreciate you all joining me tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic, and thank you for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. That always helps, the old algorithm. So I'm gonna hit the end stream on this. I do have a video done for Saturday. So there is another cruising video coming next Saturday. Next Wednesday, not sure yet what's going on. If I'm trying to get down the locks to Middlewich, I'm not sure where I'm gonna be, what to do, and it depends on the weather, really. This time of the year, normally I'm out doing my walking videos, going to the villages and doing my little walking videos, which I love doing. I know that some of them don't get all the best views and all that, but I enjoy doing them. So you're going to get them. And I know some of you love them, love the little village walks. But yeah, so anyway, great to have everybody here. I really appreciate it. Cheers, Mark, for your comments. Absolutely everybody and everybody else. And Steve, I'm going to hold you up to that. Let me know roughly when you're going to get back to land, being a land lover. and I'll try and work out to get there same sort of time or something. But yeah, it's just, well, at the moment it's just working out everything, isn't it? 65 years old now. Things don't come so easy as they used to. At least I'm retired now. Yee! Cheers, Dave. Anyways, I'm going to say goodbye. End the stream right here. And thank you all very, very much for watching. And that just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.